Howdy ho there, my lovies. Welcome back to Crazy But Not Dangerous. I'm Shorty Vaughn, and I'm making dinner again. I'm back in the kitchen, hot diggity. It's where I belong. Anyhow, what are we having for dinner tonight? A twist on a classic. We're going to be having breakfast for dinner. I love it. I love diners, and I love diner food. Yes, please, and thank you. Yeah, it's just fun. It feels different than every day. I'm doing a twist on a classic. Now, some of you may have had a porcupine meatball. You know, a meatball made with the rice inside, and it looks a little bumpy, and it's got little quills sticking out, that kind of thing. So we're doing a twist on a classic to incorporate that into our breakfast for dinner. So I'm going to be making a breakfast meatball with breakfast sausage, and I'm also going to be using these Simply Potato O'Brien hash browns, you know, as kind of my porcupine instead of rice. Super easy and should be super duper delicious. I'm excited about it. So let's get going. Let's get some dinner on. Yay, hooray. I have 1 pound of Signature Select pork style country sausage. Yep, some breakfast sausage. I got this for free. It was one of my freebie rewards a few months back, and it's just been hanging out in the freezer, just waiting for its debut. Well, here you go, baby. It's your time to shine. I like this sausage. It is a pretty mild sausage. Well seasoned, but not super spicy. Yep, it is pretty darn good. Let's go ahead and just get the little parts that are stuck to the wrapper, because, yeah, I want every bit. You know, I earned them. It might have been a free item, but I earned it. Yeah, with the Albertsons rewards, after you spend so much, you get so many rewards, and then you can turn those in for either gas or free items, because we don't drive hardly at all. The gas doesn't really work out for us financially, but yeah, I'll take some free groceries. Yes, please, and thank you. All right, got that all in there. Can throw this away, wash my hands up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to add in some of these hash brown potatoes. They have other brands. This is the one I had a coupon for. These are $3.50 over at my grocery store, and I had 75 cents off. So I thought that was a good indulgence. Yes, please, and thank you. It has 7 servings in here. A serving size is 2/3 cup, 70 calories, and 16 grams of carbohydrate. So, yep, mindful of that, I am going to probably add about 2/3 of a cup, 1 serving size, to this brown pork mixture, this sausage. And this is already seasoned. It has salt, it has pepper, it has garlic, it has all kinds of things in there. Yay, hooray, peppers and onions. So my additions are going to be very limited. All right, just a little bit to grow on, because they're not able to really pack them in there very well. So I think that's going to do it for us. I have some seasonal, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of that. There we go. And I've got large eggs. I'm going to add 2. And that's going to be my binder. Yep. I'm excited about dinner. Hey, what's new and exciting with you all? Did you do anything today? Did you do anything fun? Did you do anything lousy? What's going on? Tell me all about it. Well, I'll tell you, it's been exciting over here. Yippee skippy. I got up this morning and I slept so well last night. It was fantastic. I woke up and, you know, the birds were singing and the butterflies were fluttering and the bees were buzzing, all the things. And spring has just come to the desert, and I am ready for it. Just going to go ahead and work this all in together as best as I can. Yeah, I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for all the things. Yes, please and thank you. Anyhow, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff done. Dishes, laundry, and trash. I actually got all of my trash collected all around the house. And I got my, the big wheelie carts out to the street for pickup tomorrow. I didn't forget. Yep, I'm on the ball. Today I got my life together. I like it. Anyhow, I did that and put some clothes away and did some laundry. And if you're looking in here and you're thinking that's not enough potato for you, you want some more, baby, you go for it. I might. I haven't decided yet. Still working it all in. This would probably be easier if I just went ahead and used my hands. I was trying to avoid it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. It's a good thing I washed them real well. Okay, well, we're just going to work those potatoes and those onions and peppers right on in here. Yes, please and thank you. So, did all of those things. Had a visit from an old friend. So there used to be this kid. He was adorable. His name was Tyler. And he lived about 3 houses down from me. Anyhow, it's been about 12 years. So he was about 5 years old at the time when he lived down the street from me. And one day I'm home, I'm out having a day off work. And I'm just lounging around in my pajamas. And I have this little... barely a knock, barely could even hear it, over Oprah. Anyhow, I go to the door and there's this little bit, he's itty bitty, and if you gotta be itty bitty if I think you are. Anyhow, this little bit at my door. Hi lady, how are you? Well, honey, I'm fine. How are you? What's going on? You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. But I'm trying to earn money to buy an Xbox or something like that. I can't remember. It was an Atari. That's the one I know. Anyhow, ooh, that meat's cold. Freezing my hand off. Anyhow, he's trying to earn money to buy an Xbox. And do I have any work that this little bit can do? Where do you live, sweetheart? And he points 3 houses down. I'm like, let's go talk to your mom. Because I want to clear it with her before, I bring him inside or anything. I don't want to be accused of kidnapping. Anyhow, I bring a little bit over to his mom's house. I'm like, hi, Tyler knocked on my door. I'm your neighbor 3 houses down. And he tells me that he's trying to earn money to buy an Xbox. Yeah, I've got a little bit of work that Tyler can do. And is it okay if I just, bring him inside? Is it okay? Or do you prefer him to stay out in the front yard, so you can keep your eagle eye on him? Well, she didn't care one way or the other. And she's like, you've lived here for years. I'm like, yeah. Anyhow, so little Tyler came in and he's about 5 years old. He's adorable. He's just precious. Anyhow, I'm thinking about what we could set him to do for work because I want him to earn the money. And I also want him to be successful at whatever chore I find for him. So we cleaned some baseboards. And I told him that, I pay $10 an hour. That's the going price over here for labor 12 years ago. Inflation, it's different now. And his eyes got real wide. He's like, well, I could buy an Xbox in no time. I'm like, if you can work for an hour, baby, $10, it's all yours. So I give him a rag. I show him how to clean the baseboards and everything. Give him a magic eraser for the tough spots, Show him how that works. Get him all started and everything. Anyhow, he's precious. And he's just, he did a great job. He did a great job. And yeah, I didn't think he would be able to work for an hour. I only thought maybe a half hour, 15 minutes. But that little kid, yeah, Tyler, he's so precious. Anyhow, he worked for a whole hour and then he was tuckered out. You could tell he was pretty pooped. Gave him $10 and then we had some milk and cookies. Anyhow, Tyler's all grown up now. Tyler's 17 and he is just, yeah, he's a big old man. Anyhow, he was driving by and he got a new car and he wanted to come show me his new car. He still says he has the Xbox that he bought. And he helped me with a little bit of yard work because he wanted to earn some gas money $10 doesn't go as far as it used to. We negotiated on a decent rate, you know, a 2024 kind of a rate. Anyhow, he made a little bit of money. My yard got, you know, done up. Anyhow, I'm hoping that he comes back. I told him he's always welcome as usual. But I just love it when the babies come back. Anyhow, he was precious. He was just so sweet. Okay, I think we've got this all mixed in here pretty well. Yay, hooray. I'm going to go ahead and just form some meatballs. And I'm going to put them right inside this baking dish. Because I am going to bake this inside of my Easy Bake Oven, my convection, my little convection oven. Anyhow, I'm going to get that all in there. Yes, please, and thank you. It has a broiler, so that's going to be plenty to get these all brown and toasty. I don't want anemic looking meatballs. And I probably would have been fine with just one egg, but they are holding together pretty well. I don't want to add any breadcrumbs. Number one, because I don't have any. I gave those to my little niece, Cookie. But I don't really want any of the extra carbs. We've got plenty with those potatoes and what have you. I also want them to be fairly decent sized because, you know, we like fat porcupines in this house. Yeah. So I saw little Tyler. We got some yard work done. He's a super hard worker, and, you know, he's got some get up and go. I'm proud of him, you know. Not many 5-year-olds are buying their own Xbox. That's what I'm saying. Anyhow, not too many 17-year-olds are buying a nicer car than I own. Anyhow, good for Tyler. And then they delivered the shingles for my roof. I'm going with they're an asphalt shingle. That's what works really well here in Arizona. Can stand up to the Arizona heat quite well. Anyhow, it's a cool roof shingle, and it is supposed to lower your electricity bill. Baby, I'm telling you what, I'm all about that. I'm not mad at that one bit. My electric bill in the summertime is outrageous. Typically, our summertime electric bill is, depending on just how darn hot it is and how many days in a row it's that darn hot, somewhere between $350 and $500 per month, which is outrageous. Our wintertime electric bill is like $75 because I don't run the heat, and pretty much all I'm running is, you know, the washer, the dryer once in a while because I hang most things up to dry. And, you know, that costs nothing. That saves a lot of money. And then I run the stove and the oven, you know, because I make dinner. I cook on YouTube. Got a budget for that. Anyhow, these meatballs are going to be fantastic. Yeah, you could put anything in them. Absolutely. More peppers, more onions. I think that this O'Brien package smells really good and really flavorful. I don't think it's going to need another darn thing. I think it's going to be just fine. All right, let's get this one together. There we go. Put it right there in the corner. Smush it all in there. There you go. All right, well, my hands are really gross. They're really porky and porcupiney. I'm going to get these all washed up, and then I'm going to get these meatballs into the Easy Bake Oven so we can get cooking. Yes, please, and thank you. Let's get this in here. I'm going to cook it on the middle rack. I've got the broiler and the bake on. And that pan just fits inside. That's super good. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on 450 degrees for about 35 minutes. Anyhow, they came to deliver the shingles for my roof. And let me tell you, it's amazing how they do it. So this great big flatbed semi-truck pulls up in front of my house. And it has like this crane arm on the back. All of the supplies, the shingles, the roofing paper, plywood, the whole shebang is loaded onto this flatbed truck, and this great big arm comes down, and everything's on pallets, and they ratchet it down, secure it up, and then the great big crane arm picks up those items and swings it on over and puts it right on top of my roof. Anyhow, yeah, they brought it all in and put it right up there. I didn't have to do a darn thing. And I bet that actually saves a lot of money from people schlepping it up and down the ladder all day long. So it's been an eventful day. It's been a productive day. And hot diggity, we're having breakfast for dinner. I can dig it, baby. All right, I'm going to let those do what they do. I'm going to go have a well-deserved little rest on the couch. Oprah's not on anymore, and it makes me sad. But, you know, Monk is on. Have you ever seen Monk? About this funny little detective with obsessive-compulsive disorder. Anyhow, I think he's a hoot and a half. I'm going to go watch, you know, a half episode of Monk and just, you know, take a little breather while these go. And I might come in halfway and just flip them over so we're getting good and brown on all sides. Breakfast for dinner. I've got 2 cups of water, and I have a package of Southeastern Mills peppered gravy. I'm going to go ahead and 2 cups of water, 1 package of this gravy mix. Oddly enough, this peppered gravy is vegan. Yeah, I didn't know it when I bought it. I just saw it, thought it was a good deal. Peppered gravy sounded good to me. Sounded like the perfect sauce for our breakfast meatballs. And you just go ahead and add your package to it and some water and just stir it up. I'm going to make mine in the microwave because after I microwave it a couple of times for a few minutes and it just slightly starts to thicken, when my meatballs are good and brown, I'm going to go ahead and just pour this right over top and just let it, you know, mix and mingle in there with the meatballs. So it will be my sauce for those breakfast porcupines. Yes, please, and thank you. And you just whisk this up until it looks well incorporated. You can cook it on the stove. You can cook it in the microwave. It's got directions for both. If you're so inclined, you can make your own gravy. But I'm cheating today, and I'm all right with that. Well, Melissa and Andrew weighed in, and they want the rest of the hash browns. So I'm going to go ahead and pop those into the Easy Bake Oven too, to just get those all good, brown, and crispy. Now, these will be great. I've gone ahead and just given them a light little spritz with some olive oil. And like I said, they're already seasoned and delicious. So I'm going to just go ahead and put these in the Easy Bake Oven and get those cooking. I think Melissa and Andrew are going to make like a breakfast bowl kind of a situation. Good for them. All right, well, my meatballs are brown and delicious looking. Fantastic. The broiler did just what I wanted it to do. These did not release a lot of fat. And so I was glad that I didn't have to fry them up on the stove and that we didn't have a lot of fat release. Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit healthier, a little bit better every day. You know, we're going to counteract that with this gravy, though. It's not too terrible for you. I'm going to put about half of this gravy in. I'm saving just a little bit for Andrew and Melissa for their breakfast bowls in case they want a little bit on top. That's plenty. And that gravy thickened up beautifully in the microwave. No problem whatsoever. Just going to give it a little shimmy and get all of those meatballs covered with that pepper gravy. Yes, please, and thank you. There we go. And then I'm just going to go ahead and toss them back into the Easy Bake Oven, probably just for about 10 minutes, just for everything to kind of, you know, mix and mingle, get all happy in there. I love breakfast for dinner, and I love, you know, diner food. And I think this is a fun little twist on traditional, you know, porcupine meatball. All right, those O'Brien potatoes crisped up beautifully in the Easy Bake Oven. That Easy Bake Oven, it's a convection toaster oven. And it works very similar to an air fryer. So you could absolutely air fry these. And I just gave them 2 sprays with the olive oil. So not even 1/4 of the oil that it would have taken me to fry them on the stove. Saving a few calories. Yes, please, and thank you. I am only going to have about 1 tablespoon of these. The rest, Melissa and Andrew will enjoy. But they look good. They smell fantastic. I can hardly wait. Alrighty, here we go. So we are down to the last little bit of preparation. I have 6 eggs in here. And they say that these are large eggs, but they are very, very small. I would not even say, honestly, that is a medium egg. And I paid almost $4 for that dozen. Somebody should be ashamed of themselves. Yeah, I don't know. I've got 1 tablespoon of butter in my fry pan. I've got this set on a 5. I'm going to get these all whisked up. Just broken up. I'm just making scrambled eggs today because I'm not a short order cook. And if it's just me, if it's just Andrew, maybe over easy, maybe sunny side up. I love a broken yolk that oozes all over. Yeah, I think that's delicious. But today, you know what? It's scrambled and I am A-okay with that. No worries whatsoever. Let's get that butter spread all over. This is a good non-stick pan. I buy them at Restaurant Supply. It's called a clipper. And they are less than $20. They usually last me about 2 years. And then I throw it away when it becomes non-stick or if it gets a scratch or something like that. I don't spend a lot of money on a non-stick pan because even the best ones, even the ones that I have spent $30, $40, $50, $60 for, only last about 2 years. They're kind of a rip-off, but also I love them, especially for eggs. And so let's go ahead and get this going. I'm hungry. My belly's hitting my backbone. Got my good silicone spatula. My pan's nice and heated up, and that butter is melty all over. I'm going to get all the bit of the egg out of there that I can because, yeah, that's something. They're small. All right, just scramble them. You've all scrambled eggs. Hey, if you didn't want to turn on the stove to do it, scramble your eggs in a bowl in the microwave. My mother did. Absolutely. My father brought home our first microwave the year that I was born. And honest to goodness, it was almost as big as this stove. And you don't want to know what he spent for it. He spent like $500 on the microwave. They were not popular. It was he loved toys and he loved all the latest and greatest little gadgets and what have you. Back then, $500 was a lot. That was, more than their mortgage payment. And yeah, it was a lot of money back then. A lot of money. And he came home with it. My mother said, "What are you going to do with that? What are you, a microwave? What do we need a microwave for?" He said, "Because we're going to heat the baby's bottle in it. And my coffee." And more coffee got heated in that microwave oven than baby bottles. My mother was a formula feeder, and the Carnation evaporated milk formula, she'd make it on the stove. She'd sterilize the bottles. They'd be all lined up in the refrigerator. Then she'd just pop one into some water on the stove and heat that up. That's what she fed all of her kids. It was recommended by the Air Force at the time. They had like this whole pamphlet on how to raise your baby. And yeah, she That's what she did. That we were all formula fed. We grew up all right, for the most part. All right. So, for me, I like a soft scramble on my egg. So when they just start to come together a little bit, that's when I go ahead and just turn the heat off all the way. I'm going to add some salt and some pepper because eggs are bland and they need all the help that they can get, in my opinion. And I'm just going to go ahead and take those off the heat, park them right there. And now let's start assembling our dinner. Yes, please, and thank you. Okay, so let's make Andrew's bowl. And he wants some hash brown potatoes. I'm going to put those right in the bottom. Ooh, those are crispy and good. Those look fantastic. All right, and he's going to want probably 4 meatballs is my guess. Put those right on in there. Yes, please, and thank you. Layer number 2. And some scrambled egg right on top. And then I have a little bit of shredded cheese. Everything's better with cheese. Cheese, bacon. Yep, absolutely. All right, and then a little bit extra gravy right on top to finish that off. Ooh, that looks so good. Okay. Well, I think that looks fantastic. Smells delicious. I'm going to give him a crack of black pepper right on top. He'll love it. Okay, I think that looks great. Yay, hooray, breakfast for dinner. And I'm going to go ahead and get this going. All right, my lovelies, be good, be careful, look both ways. Breakfast for dinner, yay, hooray. See you next time. Be good, be careful, look both ways. Bye now.